Pisces, and welcome to your reading for January the 20th through the 26th. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, and let's get right into your reading, shall we? Okay, I've already meditated and shuffled off screen. Just one last time for you. This is for Pisces. Pisces, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces through these cards for January the 20th through the 26th? 3 cards for Pisces, 2 more cards for Pisces. Oh, 1 more card for Pisces, please. There we go. Wow. Oh, you got 2 there. Okay, this is for your sun, moon, and rising, and it's a general reading, guys. So take what resonates, leave the rest. And there are links to all the other videos below, so check them out. These are your clarifying cards. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Pisces through these clarifying cards for January the 20th through the 26th? Please clarify. Oh, there we go. Please clarify. Oh, there's definitely crossover here, guys. So check out your sun, moon, and rising. Please clarify. There we are. Oh, wow. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's take a look at your cards, Pisces. Okay, the first card out for you is the Knight of Swords. Clarifying the Knight of Swords is the 8 of Pentacles. Then you have the Magician, clarified by the Devil. Then you have the Empress right next to the 10 of Swords, clarified by the Death card. Pisces. Okay. Spirit is here. My nose is going 10 to the dozen. Okay. The first card out for you is the Knight of Swords. This is fast-moving energy. This is like, here I come to save the day. He's, he's the champion for justice. He's righteous. He's gallant. He's here to save everyone. And, he can be a little rash and impulsive. So what I'm getting for this is, take it slow. Don't be too quick to judge. Think before you react is what I'm getting for this. And what's interesting is you've got the 8 of Pentacles, and this is the Apprentice card. But what I'm getting is you need to learn everything you can about this situation before you pass judgment. So there might be a situation on hand that you have to really focus and see all sides to it. But you might also get the opportunity to go back to school or to take a course in study of something. So, because this is really about learning your craft, becoming a master. So you've got 2 things going on here for 2, this is a general reading, guys. Or if you'd like a personal reading, click on this link. It'll take you to my website. But what I'm getting here, there are 2 different, concise, distinct messages. And I'm getting for one, it is really important to take your time and not react and be careful before you judge and learn everything you can about the situation before you make a judgment. Don't engage on, online judgment, because we really don't get the full story. I'm really against that, but I want to get off my soapbox. But I'm also getting that you have an opportunity that will come in really fast for you to start a new course in study, to learn something new, and perhaps as an apprentice, as an assistant to somebody. But this is coming in for you, this opportunity. And the next card out for you is the Magician. I do love this Magician card. And this is like, energy flowing, and this is new beginnings again. You've got a lot of change going on. I feel that it's really happening pretty fast, and the magician comes in to remind you that you have everything that you need to create the life that you desire. So you might be freaking out, you might be in fear, because Pluto is at play, right? And Pluto and Saturn, and they kind of want you to be almost fearful. That's what they live. They instigate fear, but don't get caught up in that. Know that you have the power. You can create your own life. Don't underestimate yourself. You can do this. You are the magician. Now, your worries are all on materialism. So you're so taken up with materialism that the change freaks you out, right? So this is this is Capricorn. The devil is all about being a slave. Look, there's two people tied to the devil, enslaved. So this is about being enslaved to the physical, to materialism. All your thoughts, all your concentration is on, paying the bills, buying something, longing for something. It's like addiction, right? Because the devil entices you to overshop, to distract you from your from everyday responsibilities, and then you're caught in a whirlwind of worry and turmoil, and and all your focus is on the material realm, and you're not thinking spiritually. You're not trusting in the magic, right? The magic of the moment. So when the devil comes in, it's asking you to take your focus off materialism. You don't need, ask yourself, what do I need? Not what do I want? What do you really need? I had to do that with shopping a few years ago. I realized I'd gone crazy with shopping, and I had to say, okay, do I really need this? And what I used to do was I'd put it, because I was online shopping all the time. I mean, my UPS guy had my number. I was just like buying, but I didn't even know what I bought. I didn't even know if I got half the stuff I bought. So it was crazy. And so what I would do is I'd put it in I put it in my basket, and then I'd say, you know what, I'll come back to it later. Let me just leave it there. And I'll see if I really want it. And I never went back, and I stopped that addictive shopping. It's like when it came to my attention, I was like, this is crazy. So it's that kind of thing, materialism, gaining more. We don't need more. We need to really streamline. We need to let go of things. We need to push, all those belongings and all that stuff. It blocks us from moving forward. So we need, and it causes catastrophes. Anyway, don't get me started on that. So the next card out is the Empress. And the Empress is all about manifestation, right? She's very much like the magician in a way. She's, but she's creative, and she's, creating all this. Well, she's pregnant with ideas, and she's like in creativity. She's connected to the ethereal realm. When you're connected to source energy, you are creative, and you're bringing all this abundance and manifesting all this wonderful things by being connected to the spiritual realm. You see the difference between her and the devil. The devil is, has people chained to the three-dimensional materialism, labels and more, killing the planet. But she's like Gaia. She's like the Mother Earth. She's the mother of the earth. She's working with the energies of the planet. And that's what you're being asked to do, right? Work with what we have, with the elements. He creates something spectacular out of seemingly nothing. The 4 elements is what he has. So he's working with what he has. She's working with the energy of the world, abundance, food is grown, right? That's abundance. And then you have, right next to it is the 10 of Swords. So I am getting that you've been through a lot, Pisces. You've been through torture. You've been through this time of, it's like betrayal. I always sing that song with this. They smile in your face, the backstabbers. Backstabbers. I think it's the OJs that sing that. I have to look that up. But look, it's like this person was stabbed in the back, didn't see it coming. And this is like an old pain. So I feel that this is the end of this. It's a 10, it's endings and beginnings, right? I'm getting that there's endings of a lot of stuff and there's beginnings, new beginnings coming in. So this is like, I feel that you're leaving this behind in 2019. I don't even have to tell you, you're doing it. You're over it. It's like, I need to move on from it. Let go of that feeling of being betrayed and stabbed in the back. And, it's like you've learned from it and you can move on from it. And in moving on, you're going to be reborn, right? This is the death and rebirth. Right? So you can, the old you is, I heard something really incredible the other day, and I don't know who was the original person, but you're standing on a mound high up on a pile of, how was it put? You're standing on top of a mound of the dead you, of, the old and the ones you that have died and been reborn. So I feel that this is a new phase of your life that you're entering, Pisces, and you are coming through this transformed, really in a wonderful way. The rest of your life is about to unfold, and how exciting is that? The death card is sometimes like being in the hallway, right? But you have to close the door behind you, right? You've got to close this door and then open the door ahead, for the Magician and the Empress, right? Go through with them. Create abundance in harmony with our planet. Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and please stay tuned for the astrological report, which is right after this. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading for January the 20th through the 26th. And we start on Monday, January the 20th. The sun moves into Aquarius, and this is also Martin Luther King Day. I have a dream. It is about groups. It's about humanitarianism. It's about the collective. It's about inclusive as opposed to divisive. So groups and associations are favored. Get involved with your community, get involved with politics, get involved with like-minded people. Find your tribe. This is a perfect time to do it. And happy birthday, Aquarius. Okay, so then we move on to Tuesday, the 21st. The moon is void of course all day. It's very similar to Mercury retrograde. You don't want to sign any contracts or commit to anything. It's when the moon is kind of between signs, has moved away from one sign, it's kind of stuck there, out there in space, and it hasn't moved into the next sign yet. So it's just still. So do not commit to anything. Don't sign any contracts, no legal documents. Just be very careful about that. And it's all day. So you want to make sure that you're not doing anything like that. So the only thing to be aware of is the tendency to overindulge. So you could, Jupiter is about expansion. You could expand your waistline. Stay away from the sweets. All right, because you can get a sweet tooth at this time, or overdo anything kind of addictive or distraction, any kind of distraction that could become addictive. You can have that tendency. So resist the urge, guys. Okay, now on Friday the 24th, we have the new moon in Aquarius at 4 degrees and 22 minutes. And it's at 4:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This gives me an opportunity to tell you about my Facebook group. Every 2 weeks, I do a live feed just in the group. It's a private group. And we look at whomever attends, we look at their sign and we see how they're receiving the energy, which area of life they're receiving it. And I also have my credit cards. I don't have my credit cards. I have my tarot cards ready to answer questions. We have fun in there. So I'll probably be doing that live feed the day before on the 23rd. So anyway, you might want to join that. I'll have the link to it below in the show more section. So then this new moon it'll really affect people born between 0 and 8 degrees in the fixed signs. That's Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. They are most significantly affected. Now, we are moving into the Aquarius energy slowly but surely. And I want to sing that song. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Can't help myself. So Aquarius is all about the individual being unique, being quirky, outside the box, kind of, unconventional, if you will. And also, it's about groups and, tribes and like-minded people. It's inclusion. It's getting people together. It's really social and intellectual. So it's also very kind of revolutionary in a way that they want to stand up, they want to fight, it's about protests, it's about fighting for the underdog, for the unfair, for the unjust, and the inequality. So we are definitely moving towards a more equal, fair and just society. And I'm saying that because this is the new moon. It's the start of it. Where can you change? What can you start that's new? What can you start that's maybe you can start new behavioral patterns, or, maybe you can start a new, you might have been playing around with an idea, really innovative idea, and perhaps you can start that, right? And see where it kind of comes to fruition in 2 weeks' time at the full moon, or maybe 2 full moons thereafter. But this is a much lighter feeling from that heavy Capricorn energy, the Earth sign, Capricorn, and all those planets in Earth. And everything is slowly but surely moving into the age of Aquarius. This is the beginning of it. We're really seeing it. We're really feeling it. It's very progressive energy. That's why it seems that politically people are getting more and more progressive. Even people a few years ago that laughed at that and thought it was crazy are now on board with that. So it's interesting to see this energy come to life and to play out. Now, on the downside of that, it's, this is an air sign. It's about intellect. It's about the mind. So sometimes Aquarius can be a little detached emotionally. They're driven for a purpose, but they may not have the compassion. So they need to connect with their heart. Now, Leo is opposite Aquarius, and Leo is heart-centered, right? And Aquarius is all about the mind and the intellect. So if you can meet that beautiful heart centered energy in the middle, Aquarius can come together with Leo, then this is a beautiful energy. Remember, heart-centered, be heart-centered, as well as all that other wonderful energy that Aquarius brings in. Now, yes, this new moon is not without a challenge because it squares Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius. So rebelliousness is prevalent at this time. It's going against the grain. It's against authority. It's challenging authority. So unpredictability and power struggles and maybe conflict can occur. The urge to act rashly perhaps and completely upset the apple cart. So you have to resist the urge to take quick action, to act rashly. Try to hold yourself back and think about things. Resist the urge to speak out, perhaps verbally, quickly say what you think, because this is, you may regret what you say later. So resist that urge. So join me on my Facebook group for the live feed, which will probably be Thursday, and we'll talk more about this new moon. Thank you so much for staying all the way to the end. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. This is a viewer-supported channel. So another way to help this channel is by going to Patreon. Check out this link here and check out my Patreon page. I post things there that I don't post in other places. And I also release, I write this report and they get the written report before I record it. So you can see, if you can't remember and you don't feel like looking at the video again, you can, check that out as soon as these are released on Monday usually. I usually start uploading these videos on Sunday, but some of them don't get uploaded until Monday because, my equipment is less than efficient at times. So it takes a very long time. It's crazy. But with a few more patrons, I might be able to upgrade my equipment. Anyway, and of course, if you can't, that's totally great. Just the fact that you're here and you are supporting me by watching my channel and by liking, sharing, and commenting is all really good. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.